Have you ever noticed how your vision doesn't feel as sharp as it used to be, especially in the evenings when reading or watching TV? Or maybe you've experienced moments when your eyes feel tired, strained, or even a little blurry after simple daily tasks. Many people assume this is just an unavoidable part of getting older. But what if I told you that with just a few minutes each day, you could help your eyes stay stronger, sharper, and more focused? Yes, just like we do exercises to keep our body fit, there are also simple eye exercises that can train and relax your eyes, improve circulation, and protect your vision naturally. Don't click away, because what I'm about to share could become a life-changing daily routine for your eyesight. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. That way, you won't miss any of our future videos about eye health and natural vision support, and you'll be part of our growing community that cares about healthy eyes. Now, let's dive right in. You see, our eyes are one of the hardest working parts of the body. Every time you blink, focus, or shift your gaze, tiny muscles are working behind the scenes. Just like any muscle, when they're not used in the right way, or when they're overstrained by things like screens, reading, or even just aging, they can get weaker. This can lead to common issues many older adults know all too well: blurry vision, eye strain, and sometimes even worsening eyesight over the years. But here's the encouraging truth. Research and decades of practical experience have shown that eye exercises can help improve blood flow around the eyes, reduce eye strain, and even slow down age-related changes in vision. These exercises are not a miracle cure, but think of them like stretching for your eyes. If you give your eyes this gentle workout daily, they can stay more flexible, more energized, and in some cases, sharper than before. I want you to imagine this for a moment. You take just 5 minutes a day. No special equipment, no costly visits, just you and a little patience. And over time, you notice that your eyes don't tire as quickly, your reading feels smoother, and that blur you used to notice at the end of the day isn't as strong anymore. That's the power of consistency with these simple eye exercises. Now, before we get into the actual 4 exercises I'll be teaching you, let me explain why these are worth your time. Back in the early 20th century, doctors and researchers began exploring something called visual training. It wasn't meant to replace glasses or medical treatment, but it did show that when people used their eyes actively instead of passively, they often reported less strain, better focus, and more control over their vision. Over the years, eye care specialists, including ophthalmologists and optometrists, have incorporated certain exercises into rehabilitation programs for patients recovering from surgery, dealing with double vision, or managing conditions like convergence insufficiency, where the eyes struggle to work together when focusing on nearby objects. But here's the good news. You don't need a diagnosis to benefit from these exercises. Anyone can use them as part of a healthy routine, especially older adults who want to keep their eyes active and strong. Just like walking every day keeps your joints flexible, eye exercises keep your visual system engaged. So let's get started with the first exercise. This one is sometimes called the 20-20-20 technique, and it's perfect if you spend a lot of time reading, sewing, or even watching television. Here's how it works. Every 20 minutes, you look at something about 20 feet away for at least 20 seconds. Simple, right? But don't underestimate it. This little practice gives your eyes a break from close-up strain and encourages the focusing muscles to relax. Imagine it like stretching your arms after holding a grocery bag too long. Your eyes also need that relief. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice this type of eye relaxation report less eye fatigue, fewer headaches, and better comfort overall. Another way to apply this is by simply stepping outside, gazing at the trees, the horizon, or even clouds. That far-off focus not only rests your eyes, but also reconnects you with your surroundings, which can be calming and refreshing for the mind. Many seniors I've spoken with share that after adding this habit into their daily lives, they noticed they could read for longer without discomfort. It's small, but powerful. Now, the second exercise we'll cover is called eye rotations. This one is especially helpful because it strengthens the muscles that control your eye movement. Here's how you do it. Sit comfortably, keep your head still, and slowly roll your eyes in a circle, first clockwise, then counterclockwise. Do this about 5 times in each direction. Move slowly, don't rush. You'll feel the stretch as your eyes trace the outline of your sockets. This movement promotes flexibility and blood circulation, which is vital for eye health. Think about how stiff your body feels when you sit for too long without stretching. Your eyes can feel that way too, even if you don't always notice it. Gentle rotations keep them agile. In fact, in traditional yoga practices, eye rotations have been used for centuries to enhance concentration, reduce strain, and promote better eye alignment. One senior I recall reading about in a case study shared how daily rotations reduced her tendency to feel tension around her eyes after knitting. It's a simple move, but again, consistency is what brings results. Before we continue with the other 2 exercises, let me remind you, don't just watch this video and think, "That's nice." Take action. Your eyes deserve care, and your future self will thank you for the effort. And if you haven't already, remember to hit the subscribe button because we have many more natural tips and strategies to help protect and strengthen your vision. The third exercise is one that many people find both relaxing and surprisingly effective. It's often called palming. This technique was introduced widely by early vision educators and is still recommended today for its calming benefits. Here's how it works. Rub your palms together for a few seconds until they feel warm, then gently cup them over your closed eyes without pressing. Make sure no light comes through and just breathe deeply while letting your eyes rest in complete darkness. Stay like this for about 1 to 2 minutes. What does this do? Well, your eyes are constantly processing light and images all day long, which can lead to fatigue. By covering them with your warm palms, you're giving the eyes and the optic nerve a break, almost like pressing the pause button. Some people describe the sensation as melting away tension in their eyes and face. This practice not only eases stress, but also promotes relaxation throughout the entire nervous system. Think about it. When your eyes are tired, your whole body often feels tired too. Palming can reverse that pattern. I remember one older gentleman who shared that he began doing palming every evening before bed. Within a few weeks, he noticed he not only slept better, but he woke up with his eyes feeling fresher and less dry. This isn't magic, it's simply giving your visual system a chance to recharge in a natural way, and there's more. Some studies suggest that practices like palming can lower eye strain in people who spend long hours on near work, like reading or using a computer. For older adults, it can be especially soothing because dryness and fatigue tend to increase with age. Just imagine how refreshing it feels to close your eyes and block out the world for a moment. It's like meditation for your vision. Now, let's move to the 4th and final exercise I want to share with you today. This one is all about focus shifting. It's sometimes referred to as the near and far focus technique. Here's what you do. Hold your thumb about 10 inches in front of your face and focus on it for a few seconds. Then shift your gaze to something far away, perhaps out the window, at a tree, or even across the room. Hold that far focus for a few seconds, then return your eyes to your thumb. Repeat this back and forth at least 10 times. Why is this important? Because as we age, one of the most common challenges is the loss of flexibility in the eye's lens, known as presbyopia. That's why many people over 40 suddenly need reading glasses. By practicing near and far focus, you're keeping those focusing muscles active and training your eyes to adjust more smoothly between distances. It's like lifting weights for your vision, except much gentler. I've heard countless stories of older adults who were amazed at how much easier it became to shift from reading to looking up at the TV or from cooking to glancing at a clock across the room, simply because they trained their eyes with this exercise. One woman even mentioned that after a few weeks, she didn't have to squint as often when switching from her book to watching birds outside her window. Again, the key is practice and patience. Now, by combining these 4 exercises, the 20-20-20 technique, eye rotations, palming, and focus shifting, you're giving your eyes a complete workout that strengthens, relaxes, and supports long-term vision health. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day can make a noticeable difference over time. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. I also want to emphasize this. These exercises are not meant to replace medical treatment or regular eye exams. If you have conditions like glaucoma, cataracts or macular degeneration, you should always follow your doctor's advice. Think of these exercises as a natural supplement, not a substitute, to professional care. When paired with regular checkups, a healthy diet, and proper lighting in your home, they can truly become part of a holistic approach to protecting your sight. And speaking of a healthy lifestyle, there's something important I'd like to add here. The benefits of these exercises become even stronger when combined with other habits that support your eyes, like staying hydrated, eating foods rich in antioxidants such as leafy greens and berries, and protecting your eyes from too much sun exposure. Your eyes are delicate, but they also respond incredibly well to gentle care. Before we move forward into exploring how diet and lifestyle play a role in boosting the results of these exercises, I'd love to encourage you once again to subscribe to this channel. Each week we share evidence-based, natural strategies to help you take care of your eyes and overall health. And when you subscribe, you're not just supporting us. You're joining a community of people who want to age with strength, clarity, and confidence. Now that you know the 4 eye exercises, let's talk about how you can maximize their impact. Because while exercises are powerful, they become even more effective when combined with the right foods, daily habits, and small lifestyle adjustments that support long-term vision health. Think of it this way. Your eyes are like a garden. The exercises are the daily watering and pruning that keep things moving and growing, but your diet and lifestyle are the soil and sunlight. Without healthy soil, even the best watering won't give you the strongest flowers. In the same way, your eye muscles and nerves need the right nutrients and conditions to thrive. One of the most important groups of nutrients for eye health are antioxidants. These include vitamins like vitamin C, vitamin E, and compounds like lutein and zeaxanthin. You've probably heard of these before, but what makes them so special is their ability to fight oxidative stress, the type of damage that builds up in the eyes over time and contributes to conditions like cataracts and age-related macular degeneration. In fact, large-scale studies such as the AREDS, Age-Related Eye Disease Study, have shown that diets rich in these antioxidants can slow the progression of vision decline in older adults. So where do you find them? Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and collard greens are packed with lutein and zeaxanthin. Citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits deliver vitamin C, while nuts and seeds provide vitamin E. If you enjoy eggs, you'll be glad to know that egg yolks also contain lutein and are easy for the body to absorb. Imagine this. You start your morning with a spinach omelet, snack on a handful of almonds in the afternoon, and enjoy a side salad with kale and colorful vegetables for dinner. Those small choices add up to big benefits for your eyes. Combined with your daily eye exercises, this type of diet creates a double shield of protection, keeping your eyes active and nourished at the same time. But diet is only part of the story. Hydration also plays a big role. As we age, dry eyes become more common because tear production naturally slows down. Drinking enough water throughout the day ensures that your eyes stay lubricated, reducing irritation and supporting clear vision. A good rule of thumb is to keep a glass or bottle of water nearby and sip regularly, especially if you take medications that may cause dryness. Now, let's talk about another simple but powerful habit: managing light. Too much harsh light, especially blue light from screens, can fatigue the eyes. On the other hand, too little light when reading or sewing can cause strain. Striking the right balance is key. For seniors, I often recommend making sure your home has warm, even lighting in the areas where you read, cook, or work on hobbies. And when using digital devices, consider adjusting the brightness or using blue light filters, especially in the evening. Rest is another piece of the puzzle. Just like your body needs sleep to recover, your eyes also heal and recharge at night. Studies suggest that poor sleep can actually worsen eye health over time, contributing to dryness, spasms, and even more serious conditions. Aiming for 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep not only helps you feel better overall, but it also gives your eyes the chance to repair and prepare for the next day. I'd also like to bring up the importance of movement. Gentle physical activity like walking or stretching improves blood circulation throughout your body, including your eyes. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients are reaching the delicate tissues of your eyes, supporting long-term health. It doesn't have to be complicated. A simple 20-minute walk outside can do wonders for both your body and your vision. And if you combine that walk with practicing the 20-20-20 rule, looking into the distance every so often, you're supporting your eyes in two ways at once. Now, let's weave this all together into a daily plan. Picture this. You wake up, drink a glass of water, and do a few minutes of eye rotations and focus shifting. During the day, while reading or on the computer, you follow the 20-20-20 rule. In the afternoon, maybe after a light walk, you spend a minute or two on palming, giving your eyes a break. Your meals include leafy greens, colorful vegetables, and maybe a handful of nuts for a snack. By evening, your eyes have worked, rested, and been nourished, giving you a better chance at maintaining clear, comfortable vision for years to come. It's simple, isn't it? No complicated tools, no expensive supplements, just natural care and consistent practice. And what I love most about this approach is that it puts the power back into your hands. You don't have to wait for a doctor's appointment or rely solely on medication. With small, daily steps, you're actively shaping the future of your vision. But I also want to be realistic with you. These changes won't happen overnight. Eye exercises, healthy eating, hydration, they're investments in your long-term health. You might not notice results immediately, but over weeks and months, many people begin to feel the difference. Less strain, sharper focus, more comfort, and in some cases, a noticeable boost in clarity. And here's a tip to make sure you actually stick with it. Attach these exercises to something you already do daily. For example, while waiting for your tea or coffee to brew, do your eye rotations. While sitting in your favorite chair before bed, practice palming. When you step outside to get the mail, use it as your chance to look far into the distance for the 20-20-20 rule. Building these exercises into your existing routines makes them easier to remember and maintain. Before we move on, I'd love to remind you again, if you're finding these tips valuable, please subscribe, like this video, and share it with a friend or family member who could benefit. Eye health is something we all deserve to protect, and together we can make sure more people know about these natural, practical strategies.